Okay, we're going to teach you how to rave. This is part one. Big fish, little fish.
Hi there guys, we're down here at Creedy Lakes in Devon. We got here at 5 o'clock this morning. Obviously pitch black, couldn't see a knot. Probably not the wisest thing to do because we've never seen a lake before, but it seemed like a good idea. I've now set up in on a swim which I think is on apparently the deeper bank, or the right hand bank from the car park. I'll show you in a minute. There's an island out in front of me, looked a good spot. Suffice to say it's been very quiet so far. The lad opposite has just had the first fish out of the day, and from what I can tell just fishing out of open water out in front of them. From what I understand the lake, it's fairly featureless on the bottom, and the fish tend to come out to, again from what we've been told, small beds of bait, fished over the top, so that's where we started. Put 2 rods on the island, one either side, and 1 rod out in open water to the left on what I found slightly harder ground, and just put half a kilo of bait out to start with and just fish off, and that's over all 3 rods, and now I'm just trickling in about 30 baits every hour, just to try and get something going. I say at the moment very slow, but I'm just going to change the left hand rod over to a zig and put that into slightly deeper water onto our left hand side, and give that a try for an hour or so and see what happens on that. Failing that, that left hand rod will then be moved into the margin, the spot I've been baiting down there, and we'll give that a couple of hours towards evening time as well. Not fishing into dark here. I've got to get back, which is a bit of a shame because if you normally start at 5 o'clock in the morning here and finish at 11 o'clock at night, you'll be off by 11, so it's probably one of the best value day tickets in terms of time that you're going to get. Anyway, that's it for now. Hopefully we'll be able to show you some fish in a bit, either from me or from Dave who's fishing next door, but other than that we'll update you later. Well, this is the swim. I'm fishing here at Creedy today. As you can see, it's absolutely cracking day in terms of weather for very early, for early to mid-November. For those who live down in Cornwall, you can really appreciate that it's been peeing it down recently for the last few days. So to come here and sit out in the sunshine in November is absolutely lovely. I wouldn't say it's particularly warm, and there was a frost last night as well, which I think may have affected the fishing somewhat. I think the lake's just starting to wake up a bit, which is good. Right, I'll just stand forward a bit and you can see the swim in a bit more detail. Right, out in front of us you can see the island, and I've literally got a rod very tight, because I've been told tight is good here, either end of that, and wildlife's extremely noisy here as well. So I've just got my rods either side of that. Okay, no pickups yet, a few knocks, definitely some liners, definitely some fish moving through, but as yet no bites. My other rod was positioned mid-water, just on a hard spot just to the left of the island. There's a little V in the trees there, and lined myself up with that, and I put a fair few pouchfuls of bait down there. I'm using hybrid and cell together as a mixture, something that's working quite well for me at the moment when I do manage to get out. There is another spot which I want to try, which is down to the left here. I'll try not to fall in the lake, just in front of this bush here, just to the left. There's been a small fish crashing in there all morning, but I've been trickling some bait in, and if I don't get anything on a zig, which I've got out at the moment in open water to the left, again is slightly deeper, just a 3-foot zig with black foam, and if that doesn't go off within the next hour and a half or so, I'm definitely going to move my rod down to the left there. So keep trickling in a bit of bait and hopefully draw something in. I think it's going to be a bit scratchy today. Well, I was hoping for a few fish, being greedy. This is why we actually came up to Creedy Lakes, because it's got a reputation for when you do bag one, you generally bag 2 or 3. Well, it does seem to be that way from the reports, but somewhere I wanted to fish for a while, so we thought we'd come and give it a go. And, well, hopefully report in later with a fish or 2. Right guys, while it's a bit quiet here at the moment, I thought I'd take an opportunity to show you the rig that I'm using currently at the moment. This is pretty much for all of my fishing. It starts off with at the bottom here, we'll show you, which is the combi rig, which I showed you how to tie on Big Fish Little Fish episode before, with the crank hooks, obviously barbless here, with a balanced hybrid wafter, a little bit of dark matter there, and then connected to the Fox Illusion trans-car key, just helps it kick away from the lead. Right, now this is the cog system for recorder. This is what I've been using for quite a lot of my fishing at the moment. I'm quite impressed with this. Basically the idea of this system is that if you imagine that lead's on the lake bed there, when a fish picks up the bait and it picks up the lead, it picks up the whole weight of the lead. So the whole 3.5 ounces in this case will help to drive the hook home. It's a very, very good system. Has to be fished, in my opinion, with a hook length that will kick away from the lead, so that basically you haven't got much play. If you've got lots of play in it, it's not so effective. Okay, now the way that this works is, it's got a little plug on top of the lead there. A short bit of material there, looks like the outing you get on the outer coating to lead core. And if you can see on that swivel, there's a number 2. Now that means that it pairs up with all leads. Unfortunately this one's scratched off, but would normally have a number 2 on the underside as well. So it makes sure that you're actually using, because you have to use the numbered system with the same one, with the same lead, otherwise it doesn't work. Now what happens with this is it's pulled out of here, but obviously that goes into the lead clip, like that. There's a bit of a loop on that, but we'll leave that there. The lead clips onto a normal lead clip system, so what happens when the fish shakes his head and eventually if it gets snagged or stuck, that peg will pull out. You can see there's a little rubber grommet in there, and that will insert there. That peg will pull out, and then obviously the lead is then free to eject as it would normally. Okay. And I'm just fishing that the length of dark matter tubing behind it, help keep everything slightly pinned down at the back of it, and that's how it is. Very, very effective lead system in my opinion, and well worth a try for your angling. Okay, well here we are guys, I moved up the top end of this stalking. It's not happening where we were, so there's a chance to come and try and make it happen. My rod, you can see over my shoulder, towards the bush over there. Just lay down on the ground, line's really slack. There's definitely fish moving in and out this arm. I could see them from where I was sat. I can see the odd one rolling out, so I thought I'm not waiting for it to happen there. I think it might happen later, but I wanted to go and make it. Then this arm goes all the way up the end there. It's like all like really creepy crawly stuff, overgrown. This little swim's lovely, and well, hopefully we'll save the brain by doing this. So in the meantime, I'm just going to sit here and watch the rod for a while. Alright guys, well this is the very, very welcome result. Have a quick stalk up the top end of the lake. As we can see, beautiful little common carp. Not a mark on him, absolutely pristine. A lovely, lovely fish. I'm very, very pleased to have managed to nick him out of his little swim. So we're going to get him back and then I'll tell you how we went about it. Right guys, hello. As you can see behind me, there's a swim that we managed to nick that little common from. Unfortunately we would have had some footage on the camera if I'd learned to press the right button as opposed to taking a still photo as opposed to taking video, but never mind. It was very exciting. Laid the rods on the ground, just flicked it out there, and literally 5 minutes later rod tip bent down and off it tore. Lovely, as you can see, beautiful fish, not a mark on it. Just a stunning colours as well. So well chuffed to get that, especially given the fact that we've been sat around blanking all day. Get up and make it happen. It's proper angling, really my kind of stuff. I think there's probably still 1 or 2 fish up this end. They're still moving up there, so I might even throw the rods out again up here after that. They're probably more likely. Just trickle a bit of bait in. I'm just giving myself a bit of a boot feel putting that fish back there. So, it's moved. As you can see, directly behind me there, a great big swell. There's a fish feeding. How comes it out? Jesus. Wow. Well, maybe they haven't departed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the other rod. I'll cut that one off. And I'm going to grab the other one. And I think I'll flip that one out for a bit as well. There might be another fish to be had here. Fantastic. Right, off we go. Come back. Yes. Yes. Get him. Second fish in a net. Get in. Well chuffed with that. As you can see, got that on camera as well. This time remember to press the right button. So outstanding. Well chuffed with that. So right, I'll get him out, get him on the mat, and see if we can have a look at him. I can find my phone. Well guys, when it calms down, I'll show you this another cracking looking common. Really dark, bit bigger this one. I'd estimate. Alright, take the sunnies off. I'd estimate this one to be about mid-double. Maybe a little bit bigger actually. She's very thick set. And very lively. Didn't put up that much of a fight. Hopefully you can see her again in all her glory. Absolutely nailed on the rig we showed you earlier. Just another stunning fish. Beautiful colours. Just very pleased with this one as well. Going to slip her back. We might even try and nick it. Well guys, just want to have an exciting hour we spent around the other side of the lake, just to talk you through what happened there in a bit more detail, because it was a bit rushed earlier. Basically I was sat here blanking away, thinking where on earth is the take going to come from, and I could see fish rolling down the far end, right into this arm up the other end. And I could just see the odd fish top in and run. Well, it was too good an opportunity to miss. So I just grabbed a couple of rods and the net, took the camera as well just in case, got lucky, and the unhooking mat, went round there, and I could see there were lots of fish in there as well. It was a case of just literally getting a couple of baits, flicking them out, and then one of the rods I reeled in, and just left it with one rod out there. Just put a couple of baits round each one, lots of foam on the hook to try and get it off the bottom, because there was loads and loads of leaflet around there. And literally, first rod went within 2 minutes. It was fantastic. It was such a good feeling to see that rod bend down and go. The second one was even better. The second one was we would have got the first one on camera had I managed to press the button right. So we're taking a still photograph rather than video. But the second one I had the camera set up as well, so you saw the tape, you could see me turn around saying it's going to go any second. You just see the water rocking beforehand and this big swirl come up, and you just knew it was going to go off, and yeah, lo and behold, off it did. Quite a tense little fight, shot down to the right, had to bury the rod tip to get it back out from some branches, but after that came in fairly easy. And yeah, absolutely chuffed to bits with that cracking looking fish. Yeah, a nice way to not get a blank, basically. So I've come back round to the swim now, where I was fishing earlier, put the rod back out on the island, put another one out on the zigs, because there's definitely fish up in the water now around here, you can see it, a little bit past the island maybe. I think some people have been putting out floaters, and the fish have definitely come up on those in places, which is amazing for November, but it is so mild and lovely. Probably give it about another hour and a half, and then it'll be we'll have to be on our merry way, I'm afraid. But it's been a lovely session. Highly recommend coming to Creedy Lakes. Beautiful lake. It does get very busy in the summer apparently, but at this time of year, I mean, it's a Sunday, it's been I think there's about 7 other people on, plenty of space, even though it's a small lake. Yeah, and just the fish are just immaculate. And some very pretty. So yeah, had a thoroughly good day.